Hello friends, in last lecture we discussed about how to write integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. Okay, we know that rate is equal to constant for zero order reaction. Okay, that's why we put here a raised to 0, which is order of the reaction. Okay, generally rate is directly proportional to the concentration of reactant raised to x, and this x is order of reaction. Okay, so as it is 0 in this case, that's why rate is constant. This is important. Okay, now let us start the second order reaction, or first order reaction. Okay, now again, while writing this first order rate equation, there are again three parts. First part is writing the reaction initial concentration at time t. Okay, now rate equation. Second part is writing the rate equation and bringing concentration terms on same side. Okay, so here rate is equal to decrease in concentration of reactants per unit time, negative sign. As I already told you, it indicates decrease in concentration of reactant. Okay, E is equal to dx upon dt is equal to k into concentration of A raised to 1. This one is order of reaction, that is first order reaction. Okay, no need to write this one. Okay, so what is the concentration of A, concentration of reactant A at time t? It is A minus x. So replace this A by A minus x. You will get dx upon dt is equal to k into A minus x. Okay, now here A minus x, we have to shift A minus x here and dt here. Okay, so we get on left hand side dx upon A minus x and k dt on right hand side. Now next and last part is integrating the rate equation. Okay, remember that this is rate equation, these are rate equations, and these are integrated rate equations. Okay, so we have to integrate the rate equation within the limit x is equal to 0 to x and t is equal to 0 to t. So integration dx upon A minus x is equal to constant out of integration of dt. Here integration of dt is simply t, so you can write directly kt here. Okay, like this. So what is the integration of 1 upon A minus x dx? It is 1 upon A minus x, but we put here limit 0 to x. Okay, so ln 1 upon A minus x, here x because upper limit of x is x, minus ln 1 upon A minus, what is the lower limit of x? 0. So we put here 0, 1 upon A minus 0 is equal to kt. Now shift this A minus x on numerator side and change the sign of this ln. Okay, we get minus ln A minus x, this one. Do the same operation for A minus 0 and change the sign. We get plus ln A minus 0. Okay, is equal to kt. Now ln A minus 0 means ln A. Okay, so take this ln A on left hand, here, and minus ln A minus x here, that is no change. We just shifted this ln A here and minus ln A minus x here. Okay, is equal to kt. Now we know the logarithmic rule. Ln is natural log. Ln A minus ln B is equal to ln A upon P. By using this logarithmic rule, we can write here ln a upon a minus x. Okay, negative sign, that's why a upon b. Here negative sign, that's why a upon a minus x is equal to kt. Now shift this t on another side, we get k is equal to 1 upon t ln a upon a minus x. K is equal to 1 upon t ln a upon a minus x. Now this ln is log to the base e, natural log. So convert this natural log into log to the base 10. We have to multiply it by 2.303 so as to convert this ln into log to the base 10 or log to the base e into log to the base 10. So finally we get k is equal to 2.303 upon t log to the base 10 a upon a minus x. So this one and this one are integrated rate equation for first order reaction. Now next part is characteristics of first order reaction. Look at this, log to the base 10 a upon a minus x. Change the side of 2.303 upon t. We get log to the base 10 a upon a minus x is equal to kt upon 2.303. Now this equation is straight line equation, that is y is equal to mx plus c. Here on y axis we put log to the base 10 a upon a minus x. On x axis time is there, so it is plot of this versus time. It gives straight line passing through the origin. Here intercept c is 0. We can put here plus 0 plus 0. So intercept on y axis is 0. So our line starts from the 0. That's why the line is passing through the origin. As I already told you, characteristics of zero order, first order and second order reaction, three parts. First part is plot, second part is unit. Okay, now look at this or this integrated rate equation. K is equal to 1 upon t ln a upon a minus x. Here t has time units, so we get here time units 1 upon t. Here a has concentration units. A minus x is also concentration term, so it also have concentration units. Okay, for example, A is 2 molar and X is 1 molar, so 2 minus 1 molar is 1 molar. So A minus X has concentration unit. So concentration unit get cancelled. We get the unit of 1 upon time, that is time inverse. So unit of K, that is rate constant or velocity constant or specific reaction rate for first order reaction, is per second, per hour, per day, per year, etc. per minute, etc. Okay, and remember that unit of rate of reaction is always mole per liter per second, or we can say concentration per time. What is changed? Unit of K. For zero order reaction it is same, mole per liter per second or concentration per time. For first order reaction unit of K is per time, but rate of reaction, unit of rate of reaction remain same for any order of reaction. Okay, what is changed? Only units of K. Half-life period. Now here half-life means we know that the time required to decrease the concentration of reactant to half of its initial value. For example, initially 100% A is there, after T half we get 50% A left behind, means 50% A reacted and product form is 50%. Okay, suppose initial concentration of A is 1 molar, then after T half we get half molar or 0.5 molar. Okay, now what is T half? We already discussed. At T half X become A by 2. Okay, so put this value in this equation. What we get? A upon A minus what is x? It is A by 2. So A minus A by 2 is A by 2, and A upon A by 2 is 1 upon 1 by 2, that is 2. So we get here 2. Okay, that's why T half is equal to ln 2 upon K. Put here K and here T. At T half we get ln 2 upon K. Okay, now what ln 2 is log to the base e of 2 upon K. Convert this into log to the base 10. We have to multiply it by 2.303. So log 2 into 2.303 we get 0.693. Okay, so rate constant for half-life for first order reaction is constant 0.693 upon K. It is the number that is fixed and K is constant. So T half is overall, this value is constant. Okay, so half-life period of first order reaction is constant, and remember that you should remember this number. No need to calculate log 2 and multiply it with 2.303. You will always get 0.693. So remember this number. Just write 2.303 log to the base 10 2 upon K is equal to 0.693 upon K. Okay, now from this equation, half-life period of first order reaction is constant and independent on concentration, initial concentration of reactant or concentration of reactant. Now examples of first order reactions. First, all radioactive disintegrations follow first order kinetics. Okay, and this half-life is useful in determining the age of wooden sample. Okay, because natural wood have radioactive carbon 14 isotope. Okay, and it has half-life around 5700 years. The exact value is different. The half-life for carbon 14 is 5700 years. By knowing the half-life and knowing the decay rate, knowing the disintegration, that is radioactivity, initial radioactivity and radioactivity at time t, that is current time, we can calculate the t, that is age of sample. Second example for first order reaction is substitution nucleophilic unimolecular reaction. Okay, example tertiary butyl bromide plus OH minus, it gives tertiary butyl alcohol plus Br minus. Here rate is equal to rate constant into concentration of tertiary butyl bromide. What is the power of concentration of tertiary butyl bromide? 1. That's why SN1 reaction follows first order kinetics. Okay, the examples we will discuss in another video. Okay, thank you for watching the lecture.